to use peppermint essential oil is for respiratory support. So we have a blend called Breathe that has peppermint, eucalyptus, rosemary, black spruce, and spike lavender essential oils. It comes in an essential oil mix and then the aromatherapy inhaler. So for the essential oil blend, you can put 2 drops on the floor of your shower, breathe that in with the steam, open up your breathing airways, open up the lungs. It's a great way to get kind of, your respiratory and energy going for the day. And then it comes in these little inhaler sticks that you can just put in your nose, take long deep breaths to open everything up and give you a little energy boost as well. Or for you DIYers, you can just use straight peppermint oil. So do 2 drops of peppermint essential oil in the shower. We sell blank inhalers as well on our website so that you can make your own. You would add 10 to 12 drops of peppermint essential oil to the inhaler wick that comes with it. And we also did a video on how to make your own aromatherapy inhaler, so you can look through our YouTube page to find that if you want more details. Next is using peppermint essential oil for painful situations. So we have a aches and pains topical blend that has peppermint, eucalyptus, and lavender essential oils, all great pain nourishing and soothing essential oils. Or for the DIYers, you can take 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons of tamanu oil. Tamanu oil is a great oil for painful situations. And then you add the peppermint to it and you get like double duty. So you would do 15 drops of peppermint essential oil to 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons tamanu oil. So that is the second way to use peppermint essential oil. And last but not least is a cooling foot scrub. So I'm gonna show you how to make your own foot scrub that will be cooling and it'll have some anti-inflammatory properties. So would be something really great to use like at the end of a work day when you've been standing on your feet all day, you have dog tired feet, or if your feet are swollen and achy, especially here in Florida with all the high humidity, it's like everything just swells. So this would be a great thing to use. So to get started, we're gonna do, I have a glass bowl here. This is making about 4 ounces. You'd have enough to do 3 to 4 applications with this recipe. So if you want to make it bigger, then you can double it or triple it, depending on how often you think you'll use it. But we're going to start with Himalayan pink salts, and these are you want a fine Himalayan pink salt or a slightly larger than fine, but you don't want the really thick, coarse, because it just doesn't scrub into the feet very well. So we're going to do 1/4 cup of Himalayan pink salts. This is a glass container. I like to make my mix things in glass because some plastics can interact with essential oils and leach into your products. So I really recommend just mixing your stuff in glass. And these, I think I got these at the dollar store. So, it's really cheap and easy to find something like this. And then as far as what you're going to store it in, a mason jar is awesome for storing. Save your jelly jars that you get from the grocery store. That's the perfect thing. You can sterilize them, clean them really good, and then put your cooling foot scrubs in there. So, okay, so we got 1/4 cup of Himalayan pink salts. Next, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil. And as you can see, this is like a soft butter. And it's a soft butter because it's unrefined and it's about 75 degrees. So coconut oil becomes a liquid when it gets warmer than 75 degrees. And as it gets cooler and cooler, like if you were to put it in the refrigerator, it becomes a hard butter. So I prefer the unrefined coconut oil to fractionated coconut oil because fractionated coconut oil has had the triglycerides stripped out of it. So it doesn't have everything nature intended. Plus, fractionated coconut oil does not have a coconut aroma. And I love that fresh coconut aroma. And it's in here naturally. If you get fractionated coconut oil and it smells like coconuts, then they've added a coconut oil fragrance oil, which isn't so nice. So anyways, 2 tablespoons of unrefined cold pressed coconut oil. And then last but not least, this is a super simple recipe. We're going to do 30 drops of peppermint essential oil. And the peppermint is going to add a cooling. Sorry, it's hard to count and speak at the same time. Okay, so the peppermint adds a cooling and an anti-inflammatory properties to the scrub. And the coconut oil is also cooling. So you get that those properties with it too. Okay, and then you can just take a glass stir rod, or if you don't have glass, which I know they're not, you know, the easiest to find, I'll sometimes take like a stainless steel spoon or fork and use the end of it, you know, oops, just mix it up really good and store, you know, with a lid, airtight container, and then try to use it up. Any of these DIY things that you do at home, you want to try to use up within, like, you know, a month's time. So, and I like to put a label on it, like cooling peppermint foot scrub, and then the date. The date's so important, because I know, like, I'll use stuff and then I go back and it's like, what is this and when did I make it and is it good? And so, yeah, highly recommend a date and a name. So thank you guys so much for watching 3 ways to use peppermint essential oil. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you next time for another more complex DIY video on peppermint essential oil. So see you guys next time.